Hello everyone. I decided to send you a video message because COVID's teaching us all some new tricks. So I wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate Irina and Jim and all of the new executive committee members who will be joining our union on July 1st. I have no doubt that they will all do a tremendous job, and that despite the difficulties we're likely to encounter in the coming year, we will face those with a strong union and very capable leaders. I also wanted to express my deep gratitude to all of you. It has been an honor to serve as your chapter president over the past 4 years and a tremendous learning experience. While at times it has been trying, this position has provided me with a chance to learn more about our community of faculty and librarians at BSU, and it is truly an amazing community to work with and to serve. I am humbled by your endurance, your commitment, your generosity, and your spirit. So thank you. This is also a very strange semester to be ending my term in. The road ahead is uncertain, and it's going to require that all of us pull together. But I wanted to leave you with this. I don't think that we should face this with dread or despair. I don't think we should resign ourselves to the worst outcomes that we can imagine. Instead, I think we should face the coming year the way unions do. I think we should fight. Around the country, folks have started to recognize the importance of unions and the strength of solidarity and collective action. Even before this crisis hit, teachers across the country were standing up for their work. They were standing up for their students and for the right to define what public education should look like. Even more than a raise or working conditions, this struggle was about what education should be. And this is the fight that we need to have in higher education as well. As public servants, as public educators, and as union members, we are in a position to reframe the narrative of public higher education and the work of the union. We are in a position to reframe these as fighting together for the common good. Our job as educators does not simply take place in the classroom. We know this. We know that to fight for public education means we need to fight for the very conditions that make a college education possible. This means we need to fight for increased funding to public higher ed so that our students do not have the burden of an entire lifetime of debt obstructing their chance for an education today. So that they're not giving up time to study for time to work. So that they could take 12 credits in a semester instead of 15 if that's what works best for them, without fear of what that might mean for their economic future. We need to fight as well for an economy that works for all of us and not just the few, so that our students come to us from families that have had the benefits of food, housing, and job security, and freedom from worry and stress about meeting daily needs, and leisure time to spend with one another. We need to fight for our pre-K through 12 institutions so that they have the funding they need to ensure all students have access to quality education. An education that's more about learning than taking tests. We need to also fight for what a college education is and what it can be for our students. We need to push back on the narrative that limits the expansive opportunities of an education to the narrow goal of workplace readiness. We need to fight for institutions of public higher education as actual models of the social justice values we proclaim, where adjunct faculty who give their time, sweat, and tears to their students are rewarded with the minimal asks of job security, health benefits, and a living wage. Now, more than ever, we need to stand together. We need to see our fight as bigger than our contract, bigger than our campus, even bigger than this virus. We need to push back against the discourse that tells us there's not enough. There's not enough for our students, there's not enough for our schools, there's not enough for our communities. This discourse has been around a lot longer than this virus, and it's simply not true. It is not a lack of money wealth, or resources that is the problem. It is about the distribution of that wealth and who has access to it and who does not. Harvard's going to be fine through all of this, and so will the vast majority of their students. Ours, however, this is the fight for what is common and what is good. And this is what being part of the union means to me. So as I step down from my role as chapter president, rest assured I am not stepping down from our union. I will be there, and I will be fighting for this common good. And when Irina tells us to call our senators, or send a letter, or show up on Beacon Hill, or even talk with President Clark, I will do it. And our union will move together a little closer to the world our students and our faculty deserve. And I hope to see all of you standing with me along the way. So with that, thank you, goodbye, and have a wonderful summer.